What's next for the Vikings in free agency? All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Sir Lupagus, and Vikings make a big old splash. They've had some signings already, so we're going to talk what's next for the Vikings in free agency.
Yeah, I'm still pulsating from the Skull signing. Skull. Hell yeah, Za'Darius Smith in town. So excited about that. It's what I wanted to happen. And right now, you don't have to do anything else. I'm going to be a happy camper. But there's still probably a couple moves the Vikings should still make in free agency. We're going to talk about those. And before we do, subscribe to the channel. Like the vids. We are so close to 6,500. But we still have not yet drawn for our 6,000 giveaway, which we're still not sure what we're going to give away. But it's going to be awesome. Hashtag 6,000 in the comments.
We're doing it this week, so stay tuned. And this one's for Za'Darius. It's only Tuesday, but I don't care.
You still have High Life?
Keep a couple of these on ice just in case when these beautiful things happen. So, Vikings, let's see. We know what we've done. We've talked about it. Za'Darius Smith, the big splashy signing today, but there's still some few holes, just like Lupagus. And
I mean, anybody has a few holes.
There's still ways to massage some money around. So I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. So let's just kind of go over some scenarios.
Well, I mean, the two holes that are still remain, the biggest holes on this team, definitely the cornerback position. I think no matter what, if you're only going to make one more move, I think it has to be bringing in a veteran corner just to have that veteran presence in that group. So I'm not going to talk about options just yet. And the other one is doing something with this O-line, getting an actual starter at guard or center. I think those are the two moves that still need to be made.
Yes, I agree. We'll talk about some specific players too. But one other one that maybe I'm getting greedy, but just depth-wise, really. I mean, that 3-4, defensive end in that 3-4, not fantastic. I mean, Armon Watts right now is slated to start at end. Phillips is slated to start at the other end. And behind them, gets pretty gross pretty quick.
I thought wasn't Phillips playing the nose?
They got Tomlinson on the depth chart at nose.
No, I don't know. I heard he was coming to nose, but we'll see how that shakes. So I think either one of those guys. I don't know. Just the articles I was reading about Phillips. Everybody was saying he's a nose tackle. I've been
seeing Phillips at the end quite a bit lately, but I'm sure that will interchange regardless.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, and you got a couple of question marks there at that position already on the roster. And I think that comes in the form of Patrick Jones. What's he going to be? How is James Lynch going to be used? What's his role going to be in this new look defense? Are they going to keep him around when they do run 4-3 fronts? And Jones, to me, is really the biggest question mark because he is kind of a bigger end. I do think he could actually play the 5-tech. So, the guys, I don't know how this coaching staff views those guys. And so there's two guys there on this team that could already fill some of those needs.
Yeah, I think Jones is definitely going to be outside, but we'll see. Maybe they'll get creative, but I want some more depth there. But let's go back to cornerback. So cornerback, there's no doubt about it. They need to add somebody. Draft, we're taking that out of the equation. We're definitely going to go cornerback round one, maybe round one, round two. But let's just talk free agency. There's one guy that sticks out to me, and this is an easy one. That's PP.
Yeah.
Let's bring him back. It makes too much sense. Bring PP back at a very nice price, and we're pretty much good. Not good, but better.
Well, I mean, if the Za'Darius Smith, Daniel Hunter pass rush duo is as ferocious as we're expecting, me and you could play cornerback for the Vikings, and it'd be just fine. So Patrick Peterson being that
up a lot of yards,
that coach on the field, I do think he would help. Yes, he's not the Patrick Peterson of 4 years ago, but he had a pretty decent year last year. He got injured and play kind of got a little bit worse when he came back. But you got to have him back there or somebody like him. So I also have Trey Wayne's on my list, a guy who just released by the Bengals.
We did a video on him yesterday. People weren't very nice to us.
They're not on the Trey Wayne stuff. Wow.
They didn't. The theme of our video was we can't get picky. He's cheap. He's not going to be fantastic. He's going to be fine. And people were just all, oh, you morons.
He's been hurt. I don't know if you haven't really been able to judge him since he left Minnesota. So, yeah, I mean, if Trey Wayne's is healthy, he passes the physical, you can probably get him dirt cheap. I think he's somebody who can come and give you that veteran presence as well. And then Bryce Callahan, another guy familiar with Ed Donatell's scheme, play with him in Denver. Well, you already said the Vikings do have ways to massage his cap, create some more room. So if they do want to make another splashier signing, there is a way to get that. I mean, Kendrick can be worked. Delvin Cook can be reworked. And I think they still have, $6 million I saw in cap space right now where they could make a move. Obviously, you got to create room for your draft class. But what we've learned about this cap is that it can easily be massaged and manipulated full of loopholes.
So here's what I want. I want them to sign Patrick Peterson. I want them to hang tight, go through the draft, get their number one, get another cornerback in round 1, then wait till mid-June, July. Last year we get in Brashad Breeland. Didn't work out, but at the time, the price, the player was nice. And that's what I kind of want them to do. Get some guy that maybe is just looking to get back on a roster. Maybe you hit on him, maybe you don't. But another vet like that, just wait it out. Get one guy in, draft later.
Yeah, and then you go to the other position, obviously, interior offensive line. Ryan Bates, the Vikings are sniffing around him. I don't think he's made a decision yet. Not sure what's
He's making the rounds.
Apparently, I never heard of the guy until 2 weeks ago, and now he's the most sought-after interior offensive lineman in the NFL. J.C. Treader is still out there. He'd be more of a splashy one, another one you have to figure out how to get the money to pay him. Billy Turner, I still haven't seen him sign as well. So if you're looking for a splash on the interior O-line, you could definitely go that route too. One more move the Vikings could make, but I feel like they might be done here right now, as much as that might scare fans.
I don't think they're done. I think they're definitely going to make a move. I think Bates is making the rounds. He came here, visited. I think he wanted to go. He went to the Bears, so I think he's just going to make his decision. I would guess the Vikings gave him some sort of offer. So I think he's definitely an option. He's played more guard than center, but he can definitely play center. When it comes to just straight up center, J.C. Treader is the only center. If we don't get Treader, there's no one else to get. Nobody.
Yeah, so again, everybody's thinking corner at 12, but I don't think you can rule out Tyler Linderbaum at this point either. I think he's just as much of an option. So I think it's one or the other right now, the really way this thing is looking. But so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Really, if they do make a move on the O-line and I had to put money on it, I would say they probably go with Bates because I think he's going to fit that kind of that slot that they like to pay guys right now. He'll be cheapest of the three. So that would be my guess that they're going to do that. So really, if I had to pick two guys the Vikings were still going to add, I would say Patrick Peterson and Ryan Bates.
And that would be fantastic. They'd put a nice, beautiful bow on this. J.C. Treader would be beautiful, but I think we'd be maybe stretching it, getting a little greedy. If that happens, Lupagus and I might just come on the next show butt-ass naked, covered in butter.
I haven't ever worn a pair of pants during an episode.
Wow. What's another step for Za'Darius Smith? Kwesi, well done, sir.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, as soon as I heard he was released, I wanted that guy so damn bad. And now we got him, and now I'm just going to be dreaming of those two just destroying quarterbacks.
Because I'm dreaming. When you look at this linebacker core, Wanham, Smith, Hicks, Kendricks, are you kidding me?
Why did you start with Wanham?
I don't even know why I said Wanham. I didn't mean to say Wanham. Didn't I say Hunter? I'm sorry.
No, you said Wanham.
Wanham. Take him out of that scenario.
Shocked what I heard there. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that all day today. Smith, Wanham, Kendricks.
Get Wanham out of
Hicks
there.
And Hunter. It's dangerous. It's scary. It's amazing. We did our free agent grade the other day, and I said this team didn't improve. Well, sure as hell improved today, and it improved a shit ton. So well done, Kwesi.
Well done, Kwesi. Strategic, beautiful moves. That's kind of our idea, the next step. So the fact that we said that, they'll probably go sign another tight end like Johnny Munt, somebody like that. But let us know down below what you're thinking as far as their next steps. What do you think they'll be? What do you hope they'll be? And should I have another beer?
Let us know what you think about this. In ancient Greece, small penises were celebrated and seen as a sign of high intelligence and self-control. Men with large penises were seen as grotesque, laughable, and barbaric.